When they came for me, I was eating a meager meal of 2 strips of jerky, a tomato from the garden, and some chewy, dried berry that tasted like sweet rot. The ATVs could be heard from several yards away, maybe even a mile into the forest. I had never been a good judge of distance. They were coming to take me back to the base of the Blackfoot Werewolf Reservation, and for a moment, I thought about cooperating. It had been a while since I'd had a decent meal. What I wouldn't give for a proper bed, too. My moment of desperation was fleeting, though. If I returned with them, Emmett would have his way with me, and he would likely not be very nice about it. That thought alone spurred me to take my scraps of food and stow myself away in the cabinet. After a few knocks on the door, I could hear it creak open, the compound staff entering as if they had every right to be there. I held my breath, trying to stay as silent as a shadow while they approached.
"You don't think she's out in the forest, do you?"
A man's voice asked, seeming aggravated.
"Did you see her when she was touring the compound?"
The second person, also a male, asking incredulously.
"She wouldn't last a day on her own in the forest." "Well, she's got to be somewhere. Look under the bed."
There was a rustling noise, and then a sigh of defeat.
"No, not under there. Where could she be? You don't suppose she died, do you?"
The voice was uncertain.
"Who knows?"
the other one said with exasperation.
"It would serve the stupid bitch right for running off like that. Yeah, these werewolves can be a real pain in the ass sometimes. Sometimes I think it would be better if they just put them all down. Would make our job easier." "No, it wouldn't, you idiot. Then we wouldn't have a job."
The other man thought for a moment.
"Oh, well, I guess you're right. Still, this is a big pain in the ass. The boss is going to be pissed if we don't find her. She'll turn up, one way or another. I'm not going to worry about it. You don't think John will be mad?" "Not really. She's a werewolf now. It doesn't really matter if she goes missing. If this would have happened before she'd been a werewolf, well, then we'd be in deep shit if we didn't find her." "I hope you're right," he sighed. "Well, let's get out of here. I think we should split up. I'll follow the river and you go back down the trail." "Sounds good to me,"
the other one replied, and then I listened as their footsteps moved away and the door closed behind them. It wasn't until the sound of their engines had all but disappeared that I felt safe enough to come out of hiding. Had I made the right choice by not showing myself? My stomach wasn't sure. One thing was certain, though. I wouldn't last much longer without getting some real food in my belly. The following day was the hierarchy trials. I couldn't help but wonder if the werewolves had bothered having them without me present. That was the point of it, after all, to help me find my place within the pack. Others would be disappointed if they put it off, particularly the Omegas, looking for their chance to climb out of the shithole they had fallen into by placing last at the previous trials. It could have easily been me this time, and with as malnourished and weak as I felt, I was sure it would have been had those men captured me and taken me back to the base of the reservation.